Welcome back, my friends and fam. Thank you for tuning in to another C3 Live at 5. And in case you're looking at the same thing as me, I'm beginning to wonder if the snow outside my window is insinuating that we're in for a crypto winter. Granted, we may have a couple of green screens that we're looking at today. We're really going to be trying to prepare ourselves for whatever may or may not happen. We want to have a contingency to either direction that we're heading. So that's really going to be the moral of today's story. We're going to look over some fun charts. We're going to see if will the metaverse survive this cold winter that we may or may not go into. Vitalik Buterin has called this winter possibly. So right now, that's what we're wondering. If you're interested, please like, subscribe, tune in. And with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and see what screens we got and how things are looking. So as you can see right here, this is Coin360, and we like to start out at Coin360. And for those of you listening, they have a great app and a great desktop. Please check them out. But Bitcoin is up 38,141, and it's up 2.7%. Dominance is currently sitting at 41%. We have Ethereum is up 1.57% at 2,623.91. We have Solana at 87.06 is up 4.32%. AVAX is up 8%. Luna is still up 9.22%. So this is a good screen to see. This is good. This is exciting. This is what we're looking for to some extent. But what we need to think about, everyone, is right now, everything is looking bad. And the fact that everything looks bad and is looking like it's working against us, and that is the geopolitical tensions, the inflation numbers, and really the social sentiment and the uncertainty of the economic status of a lot of these big first world countries. So with all of that, the only thing we have going for us is the fact that we have nothing going for us. And just kind of soak that up for a minute, because we always talk about the market tends to go in a direction opposing everyone else. And so if everyone's expecting it to go down, that is the only hope that I'm holding on to, as a possibility of it not being a crypto winter, but we're just getting out of crypto spring, ready for summer and bull run season. So hopefully that's the optimist in me, but the pessimist wants to be real with you guys and talk about the potential crypto winter, what that would look like. What kind of price points do we need to be prepared for? And can your portfolio handle that? What's your risk management? What have you come to terms with? And how far are you willing to let things go down before you panic or hold on for dear life? And are you willing to not do anything in hopes or anticipation that it's going to go up? These are personal questions you need to answer for yourself. We're just going to help you figure out how. So right now, Coin360, it's a beautiful screen for the day. It's nice to kind of zoom out a little bit and see what's going on. You zoom out for the month or for the week, and we get, let me refresh this page. We get a similar story. I don't think this is refreshed, to be honest. But let's look at the stock market. And the stock market does not look great. Up here in the top left, we have Microsoft's down 0.7%, which isn't bad. Google's almost down a full percent at 0.82%. Apple is down 1.78%. So Amazon's also down 1.57%, and Tesla's down 4.14%. So this is not a good look for the stock market either. Another driving force of the crypto world that we live in. But let's go into CoinGecko and try and find some happy. So right now we can go to 24 hours, and as we can see, Bitcoin's up 2.5%, Ethereum's up 1.1%, BNB is up 3.8%. But let's go ahead and look for the juicy winners. HBAR, Hedera is up 14.2% on the day. Radix is up 12.2%. Quant is up 8.2%. Arweave is up 10.5%. Sandbox is up 8.9%. Gala's up 8.4%. Lunaterra's up 8.5%. This channel's favorite, Helium, is up 6.3%. Theta Network 7%. Makers, so there's a lot of good moves happening. This is definitely exciting. But normally when we have trend reversals or anything turning around, it typically is a blow off top or a blow off bottom. And because we haven't experienced that, I'm very cautious right now, especially going into the end of the month. And we have inflation numbers being announced March 10th. We have our geopolitical tensions with Russia right now, and they have just enforced moving all of their women and children out of potential war zones and leaving all the men to defend against a possible Ukrainian attack. So right now, it's a lot of uncertainty and fear everywhere, and we have to be aware that that does affect our market. And the best way to get an idea of what's going on and how to see what is affecting our markets is to just have an overview of what kind of news is being released. So we like to go to Cointelegraph. This is cointelegraph.com on the latest news. You can see a journalist alleged Mimo Capital co-founder was behind 2016 exploit of the veiw report. Puma registers ENS domain, changes name to puma.eth on Twitter. Luna Foundation Guard raises $1 billion to form UST reserve denominated in Bitcoin. London Stock Exchange acquires cloud-based technology provider Tora in $325 million deal. So Coinbase Wallet extends support to Ledger hardware wallet. A lot of these stories are just kind of filler stories. They're not really talking about what's happening right now. Tourism in El Salvador is up 30% since Bitcoin adoption. So a lot of these are semi-bullish stories, but not really indicating what's driving the market, what's going on. So I like to just check out Google as well and look at what are some of the top financial stories going on. And the Moscow Times has Russia's central bank offers liquidity lifeline to banks as markets crash. The country's financial markets have plunged over the past 2 days because of the crisis in Ukraine. US Today says, is the stock market open for President's Day? And here are other markets holidays in 2022. Russian financial markets collapse. U.S. futures plummet over fears of Ukraine invasion. And that's by Benzinga. Market Watch, what war in Ukraine would mean for markets as Putin orders Russia. So you can see the sentiment is starting to drive slightly negative, but we also want to stick to the charts and remember why we're in crypto. And a lot of us are in crypto because of the fundamentals, and the fundamentals stay the same. And the news just creates the roller coaster that we're on. So let's go ahead and stick to what we know and dive right into the charts. So right now we're looking at crypto total market cap, which represents all of cryptocurrency with the exception of Bitcoin and Ethereum. And this is a reference of the total market cap that's currently sitting at $1.69 trillion. And typically we like to be above $2 trillion in a healthy market. And we absolutely like to be above 1.75. And so right now, this is not a good look for our market cap, but let's look at what's going on the longer time frames. So we were looking at 1 hour candles on the initial screen. And right now we're going to go ahead and slide over to the day candles to get a better picture of what's going on. And as you can see, our indicators are insinuating that we are going to have some upward movement. So hopefully some sort of a relief rally. Now, what that may mean for people is we have possibly 24, 48, maybe even 72 hours to really manage our portfolio and make our own personal decision on where we believe the market's going based off of what we believe drives the market. And that is extremely subjective. On this channel, we will continue to reiterate that for you and help you formulate your own opinion. Right now on the day, this is a good look for total crypto market cap. As we go to the 2-day, you can tell it tells a completely different story. And I'd be hard pressed to think that we're not going to have to come retest to $1.5 trillion. And retesting $1.5 trillion would mean for the rest of the markets, another 10% drop from where we are currently sitting. What would that mean for Bitcoin? Well, that would take Bitcoin from its $38,000 to a $35,000, $34,000 range at another 10%. So we want to be prepared for that. We want to keep that in the back of our mind. And we also want to be honest with ourselves and not be emotional in this process. When you go to crypto or to total market cap on 5-day candles, it looks like it's only going to get worse. And so fortunately, we have closed 3 out of the 5 days on this candle. So we are 3/5 of the way through it. But ladies and gentlemen, it's not a good look. It looks like it's continuing to go downwards. As we bring up some of our other indicators like Market Cipher B, you can see we are having a sell dot. We are driving downward on our RSI and MFI lines. This is not the best look with all of our indicators. And then let's go ahead and take a look at what some of the bigger time frames are. So how do they expect us to close the month out? Well, being that there's 5 days, a little over 5 days, 6 days, besides an hour left in the month, we're looking at probably closing the month out in an unhealthy manner. So, that, in my opinion, could be very bullish for crypto because if we do manage to have some form of a blow off bottom, that is the first sign of a trend reversal. That is the best indicator that the bottom's in and you can start trading in an upwards direction or acquiring assets that you are planning on moving in a positive trajectory. So let's see if it's the same story for total three. This is a representation of all of the total crypto market cap with the exception of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So what we're looking at is this is sitting at $656 billion as we speak, and we're on day candles. And once again, not the best look. You're going to kind of get that pattern. That's why even with the green coin 360, we're a little bit cautious right now. I expect about 2 days of relief and then probably another move to the downside. But news will drive the majority of this market when we have so much in limbo. Right now, total three looks healthy. We're still in the middle of our channel. We'd be looking for a break up in the channel to come retest $720 billion or to fall to the bottom of our channel and find support at about $560 billion. While we're in the middle of all of these channels, this is not the time to do anything. Sometimes the best move is no move. It's time to really watch and pay attention to where you think it's going. So right now, there is no indication that the trend has been reversed or that there's any reason to believe that the markets are going to go up. As you can see, we are in a downward triangle or a descending wedge. And until it's broken, we have no reason to believe that it's going to go in the up, my apologies, in another direction. So we'll go ahead and see what's going on with Bitcoin because this is what everyone cares about. And honestly, this is going to be the easiest way for you guys at home to monitor where this market's going because this is a driving vital of cryptocurrency. I mean, with Bitcoin having a total market cap of, I believe, oh my goodness, I'm blanking right now, well over $1 trillion. My goodness, with it, it's over a third of the market, and my apologies for that. I kind of glitched out. What's really going on here is we have Bitcoin on the day candles, and this is a good look for our temporary indicators. We also are following our possible retest rise to level 2. We also could fall down to about 36,200. So that's really the number that we're paying attention to. The number that we're watching is 36,200. Because if we can maintain support there, then I will be favoring higher price points. But if we fail to find support there, I would be looking more at 33, maybe even as low as 30,000. There's still liquidity at the bottom of 30,000. So you can zoom back here and look at the last time we played in this price point. And you can see on May in 2021 and even June of 2021, these wicks are the best representation of pools of liquidity, untapped liquidity that got trapped. And so let's take a look at what that looks like. So it's a smaller box, but it's a box between 30,000 and 28,000. So I would not be surprised to see them try to blow off bottom and tap this pool of liquidity before they start favoring higher prices. This would be a very efficient move for the market, and it would get all sorts of liquidations from the upside and downside. And that's generally how trend reversals come into play. Let's take a look at what some of these trend reversals look like on some longer time frames. So as you guys can see, you get pretty healthy blow off bottoms before it goes off, as well as blow off tops before it goes off. And those are wicks that just stay up and then you quickly progress down. So we're looking for something along those lines. And I'm hoping that the downside movement on January 21st of this year could have been perceived as a blow off bottom, but I just don't think that's the case because we have this beautiful pool of liquidity below us. So I hope you guys kind of understand that we're looking at a lot of uncertainty. Our bigger time frame projections on Bitcoin do not look as bullish as we would hope. And so we just want to be transparent with you guys and hope that you're being transparent with yourself. Hope you guys enjoyed that little Bitcoin overview. We'll just kind of go into some basics looking at USDT dominance. It kind of goes over the dominance of money going into the US dollar as opposed to money going into assets or like cryptocurrency. And right now, this is showing that it's beginning signs of weakness. You can also move this to the longer time frames, and it looks like it is still showing a little bit of strength. So I'd like to see what next month's print looks like. I'd like to see how we respond at the end of this month with Russia and the uncertainty. I definitely have no confirmation that any trend reversal is in. It still looks like we are in a bearish trajectory, a downward motion, and we are currently just experiencing a rally, a relief rally. So what we're looking for is we're looking for positions to get set at higher points or lower points, and that becomes a lot more clear in charts. And we haven't seen that yet, and we haven't had the luxury. So right now we're looking at Bitcoin dominance, and you can see it is falling quickly by the hour, but on the day it started to show health. So our indicators are starting to favor Bitcoin dominance, which is a good sign. People are going into Bitcoin. It's why the price is rising. And I'd like to see how long this is sustainable, because I can tell you guys our longer time frames do not favor this as a stable move up. So very excited to watch this play out. I hope everyone understands there's no clarity in the current state of the market right now. So any kind of decisions would be hopefully very subjective and to your own set of trading rules and management risk. So anyways, I think I'm going to kind of chill there for a minute. It's not the best story today. Like I said, it's been snowing all day here. It looks like it's snowing every time I look at a chart. So let's prepare for a winter and hope for a summer. Sometimes the best thing to do is prepare for the worst and hope for the best. I think that's kind of what I want to leave you guys with. So Sifu, why don't you tell us how ugly it is in your world?
All right, will do. Thanks for that, Al. And I think it's not going to be too much different, but let's go ahead and jump right into it. Where is my screen is not seeming to be there, huh? Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. There we go. All right, so yeah, let's just jump right into this here. So NFT CoinMarketCap today, we're sitting at 2.3 percentage. We're up 2.3 percentage, excuse me. We're sitting at 33 billion today. So it's up a little bit, but I would say it's just more of a boring sideways movement. Things are more down, if anything, still. And if we scroll through today, we pretty much see about everything is red, minus, project here or there. And yeah, everything is essentially down. Anything that was up was pretty much down. If we come into these top trenders, we have Sandbox on there. We already heard a little talk about them. They're a little up today, but everything is still drastically down. And sideways movement, we're waiting to see what happens. This is kind of been a boring day on a sense of the market. There hasn't been much news that has popped up. And yeah, as you can see, there's not anything really fun to look at here, unless you're looking for super low prices. However, if we just switch over and jump off of here, you can see that even on the Metaverse news and just things going on in there, haven't really had much updates in any of the articles today. They just kind of leave you with what we've had. So yeah, I think everybody's sitting in anticipation, waiting to see what's going to happen. No drastic moves, no emotional moves. But yeah, really nothing going on spectacular. And so it's really more about just checking out any of the fun projects. But even if we go to the actual NFT collection sales on the art side, This appears to be up, but the numbers are interesting. You look at them. The market cap here alone is down almost 75%, yet we're up on the sales volume over 100%, and just total sales is up almost 30% in the last 24 hours. So a little interesting how the numbers work, but this is probably the best bet as far as the NFT universe today. I would say rather than looking at a bleeding market, I would just come into here. Here we go, sorry. And I would check out upcoming sales on NFTs. That's about the most excitement. We can just see what's up and coming. We come straight into here. And yeah, you can just kind of see what's here, get in on the discords, check out the websites, see if you can get in on some of these drops. I was actually checking out these guys a little bit earlier. Pixel Frogs, that's your typical NFT collection being pumped out in generators. But if you get in on these, you can essentially get these for free or essentially really low prices. But really, other than that, there's nothing going on that's actually exciting today in the NFT world. Whether it be on the charts, looking at project assets, or just looking at the actual NFT digital collections themselves, or even just the metaverse where it all happens. Uh, yeah, not much going on, just closely watching, kind of sitting patiently, really. And we're just going to keep watching what the actual market does. You know, everything, it all correlates. We're watching the dollar, we're watching Bitcoin, we're watching the dominance caps, and we're going to wait for our green lights. However, granted, saying all that, we are sitting in a decent position in the sense that we're waiting and things haven't totally plummeted or dropped yet. So there is hope. And that's about all there really is today, kind of short and simple. Hopefully tomorrow we'll have a bit more action for you guys. But I'm actually gonna have to wrap it up and just keep it on that. Um, Hopefully we'll be seeing a green chart here soon, and if not, we'll still stay calm and know what to do if it isn't.
Thank you, Sifu. Definitely appreciate it, my man. I I hope people really kind of took to heart what we were trying to say. I apologize if we came across solemn or undertoned. I know a lot of people are excited that the market is moving up, and that is hopeful. And I just want to end on a note that we appreciate all of the support that you guys have been showing to this channel. Thank you, everyone that has been showing up and giving us love and support and commenting and getting engaged. Thank you, friends and family C3 that have been with us since day one. And really, in this point, it doesn't really matter where the market goes. We appreciate you guys, and we'll continue to show up every day, give you an overview, and we'll be on this roller coaster with you. So I want to leave you guys just with a big thank you. Hope you guys enjoyed. We have nothing but love. And remember, everyone, you guys are nothing but blessed. So with that, I leave you. C3 over and out.